Hello everybody, my name is David. I'm a life coach. I help people heal from trauma. This is my question and answer video, my part 3 of it that I do every single week. Go down below, ask me questions if you like. I'll answer it next Monday, the next weekly Q&A video. Let's get started right away. I only have a few more questions left for part 3. So, Chris from Europe. Hello, Chris. Hi, David. I ended my relationship with my ex-narcissist more than 2 years ago. Last year, I had the feeling that the guy I meet every day on my way to work was stalking me. So I changed the route. This year, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, there is another guy who stalked me. I said that may be it. I said that may be all in my mind, but he tried to talk to me, asked me questions, and now seems quite aggressive because I rejected him. I don't know if there is any connection with my ex or with the energy I have that maybe attract all these damaged people, but I feel trapped. Furious because this guy crosses my boundaries and I don't really know what to do. I don't want to change my routine because of him, but every day I feel anxious because I meet him. Do you have any advice how to stop the stalker? Thank you. Your work is really much appreciated. Chris from Europe. Thank you, Chris. I'm so sorry you're going through this. So sad. This is what I was talking about at the end of part 2, what I was just talking about in the last video, is that our parents emotionally neglected us and didn't tell us how to emotionally navigate through life effectively. I mean, this isn't even about just relationships. This is just your day-to-day life trying to get to work. Jesus, I'm so sorry. You've been severely neglected growing up as a child. Severely. And I am so sorry. It's not your fault. Please get help. Please seek professional help and have somebody help you you can talk to and start learning what to do. Okay? Please. This is so sad. Children who are molested or raped are like 70-something% likely to be raped in adulthood. That's what's going on here. Not rape, but you have been taught to just agree and do what anybody wants you to do. And these people identify that. They see that. They know that. It's your reaction. Okay? They might see it in your walk. Predators, okay, I'm going to tell you right now, predators will know you're a victim, a potential victim, just by the way you walk. I've studied this for years. Psychopaths will pick people out of crowds. Okay? And they can tell. And I can start telling. Now, you can start shame, people who feel like they're a bad person, perfect victim. That's what you need. And the way you can see that is the way they walk and talk, right? Just by walking, I always say it's as if they're wearing a big heavy-weighted blanket on them, a big wet blanket. Imagine a big blanket that's sopping wet, and you put it around you, right? It's heavy, and you're walking down, and you're walking like this. That's shame. You can see people doing that, walking into a liquor store, full of shame. Not everyone, but most people, right? That drink too much, addictions. You can see this in the way people talk. They won't look you in the eye. Shame. You can say what people say. I'm sorry. Shame, low self-worth, okay? You can pick at people out walking around. You'll start doing this, see it. You'll see people that have walking problems, that don't walk sure enough, potential victim, okay? Just a little things to be aware of. This stems all the way from your childhood, big time, okay? Your parents completely trained you to be like this. It's so sad, to never defend yourself. It's crazy. Right away, best advice, take a different route to work. Okay? If you don't know how to keep someone from doing this, pick a different route, avoid them. All right? Go to your police station, your local police station, whether that's your county or city, and file a police report. What he's doing is illegal. It's harassment at the very least. Okay? No more talking to them. You completely ignore them. Say, leave me alone! Don't talk to me! And walk fast. Run. Scream. I'm not kidding. He doesn't leave you alone. One thing that works is scream fire. Fire! Have someone look at you and say, call the police. You take your phone. Call the police. We've got to be extreme, and we can only do extreme things that fix us if we feel worthy enough. And we don't. So it's so sad. I'm telling you to do stuff, but you don't feel worthy enough to do it, so you probably won't do it. Hopefully you'll at least take a different route to work. Hopefully you'll stop talking to him. Hopefully you'll shout at him, say, leave me alone and run away. I don't know what else to tell you. Go to a lawyer. A lawyer will help you with this. I promise, a lawyer can help you with this. Go talk to a police officer, but definitely fill out a police report, okay? Just fill out a police report to help to save your back in case something does happen, something more. Write it down. Take notes. What does he look like? What's his name? What is he doing? How does it feel? Avoid this. If you don't know how to handle this, avoid it. Okay? I'm so sorry, Chris. Awful, awful, awful. I'm scared for you. And I'm not saying that these people are going to do anything to you. It's scary that you don't know how to protect yourself at all. Even just walking down the street. It's so sad. You can protect yourself, but we've got to feel worthy. I can tell you what to do, but we've got to feel worthy. We've got to heal. We've got to heal from this and erase the shame out of our life. That all these bad things that has happened that made us believe that we're bad people and we don't deserve to say, get away from me, that we aren't worthy of going to the police, because you are. But the more worth you have, the less likely people will even talk to you in the first place. The more your self-worth rises, the more confidence we'll have. We'll have better and better experiences. So we have better confidence. And they stop doing this. They see that. They stop doing this to you. You stop agreeing with people. You start focusing on what you want, what you need, what you value. And screw what other people want. Screw what he wants. Screw what he says. Who cares? Very, very sad. I'm very sorry. Please get some professional help. That's what they're there for. Okay? If you can't do things by yourself, guys, on your own, get help. And we have to feel worthy of that. That's why you guys don't do it. Emily from Latvia. Hello, Emily. Emily's a contributor to the channel. I hope you and your family are doing well. Thank you very much. I hope you and your beautiful family are doing well too. Emily has a beautiful family. Thank you very much for replying to my previous question. It really helped me better understand codependent narcissist trap. You're welcome. Could you please kindly talk next week how to react, what to do if I run into ex-narcissist? I am currently no contact for 5 months after 12 years of abuse. Last time I saw him was in April when he threatened me with a suicide. But we live in the same town. I might run into him. I have already changed all service providers we use together. Hairdresser, dentist, and a general doctor. Again, a million thanks for all you do in this community. And a million welcomes. Thank you, Emily. Okay. So, to all of you who worried about what to do if you run into your abuser. So, the more we know ourselves, the more we know what we want, the more we know what we need, the more we know what we value, and the less we're concerned about people who don't meet our standards, who don't care about what we want, who don't care about what we need, don't care about how we feel, the less we're concerned. The more you heal from the things he's done to you, Emily, the smaller he gets. Okay? We monster size our abuser, especially when we get away from them. The less contact we have from them. Our brain just makes them bigger and bigger and bigger and badder and meaner and scarier. And fear becomes a phobia. We need to talk, we need to heal, we need to process things so we can start closing emotions from our past with this person. Okay, so you totally understand how little tiny child this person is instead of a big, bad, scary monster. So once we know what we want, right, then I can ask you, Emily, what do you want from him? You're asking me what I should do if he runs into me, if we run into each other. What do you want? Realistically, you might say, well, I want him back. Well, no, actually, I don't. Okay. When you finally get all done, you figure out what you want. I hope it's not him, nothing from him. We get closure by talking to our therapist. We get understanding. We understand and know what happened and feel better and heal from this by professional help. So we don't need him. We don't want him. We don't like him. Right? So if we want nothing from him, that just gives you a little bit of indication of what you can do. Nothing. Okay? We don't, and this is tough. This is tough. Not only are we conditioned to be agreeable and so nice to people no matter what, but we're also conditioned to just, what we want, need, and care, it doesn't matter. We don't want him. You don't want him. You don't want nothing from him, nothing about him. So we don't talk to him, right? We aren't going to talk to him. So I don't care what he does. I don't care if he comes up. I don't care if he says something. You are allowed to just turn and walk away. Do nothing. Okay? That can't make you feel that bad later. We might say, well, God, I wish I'd do that. I felt weak and I wanted to give it to them and all that stuff. You're just buying into the BS, and that's what they want. They'll literally take whatever they can get. If you're going to ignore them, they'd rather you yell at them or hit them. Okay? Because they don't know who they are and they need validation of this. Best thing to do is show them you don't need them, don't want them anymore, don't care. No emotion, turn, walk away. If you're in a car and they're following in your car, drive to the police station. If they're bugging you and they won't leave you alone, you ask somebody for help. You say, I'm going to call the police. Get on the phone, call police. I'm not kidding. People aren't allowed to do this to you. I hope everybody is aware of this. Now, it's different if they live together or if they used to live in your house. They're allowed to come back, knock on the house, maybe even walk in some countries. I suggest moving. But when you're out in public, I don't care who it is, they're not allowed to harass you. 2-word definition for harassment: unwanted attention. It's that simple. It doesn't matter who they are. They're not allowed to do this stuff. I'm not saying you're going to get really far with the police just because they keep coming up saying hi to you. Talk to a lawyer. If you really want to fix this and resolve it and be done with this person, talk to a lawyer. Some kind of restraining order, something like that. A letter from the lawyer, a threat letter. Cease and desist, or we sue you. So there's criminal action and there's civil action. There's go to jail, have the police stop them, right? And then sue them. We also threaten this with lawyers. You can just threaten it. You don't have to go down that road. Most often, they stop from a threat letter, which is cheap. Consider a threat letter from a lawyer to him, okay? Don't talk to him. Don't converse with him. You don't have to sit there and stick up for yourself and answer his questions and defend yourself. He's not allowed to talk to you anymore, is he? Okay? Don't talk back to them. Don't. Just ignore him. Walk away. The one thing I got to stress in all these situations, even with people that are obsessed with you, people don't like to work for free. Okay? So people don't like to call somebody for 10 years and you never answer the phone. They call for 10 years because you're at least answering the phone. So if he comes up in public and sees you, if you just turn and walk away, how many times will that happen before he doesn't come up to you again? That's what we're looking for. Give them nothing. Okay? And if you want to do anything, do it professionally. Do it with a police officer, do it with a lawyer, judge, you see what I mean? Counselor. I hope that helps. Thank you again, Emily. Good luck. Hi, David. Willa from New Jersey. Willa is also a contributor to the channel. Hi, Willa. Can you please explain the difference in Can you please explain the difference and similarities between narcissist and borderline personality? I know both are toxic. This psychopathic is the worst of the worst as far as personality disorders. I think borderlines are too clingy. Yeah, well, so they're very similar on the outside, right? But the diagnostic criteria is extremely different. Okay? And these are typical because any personality disorder has overlapping traits. So a narcissist is going to have some borderline traits and some psychopathic traits and some obsessive compulsive traits, things like this, okay? And vice versa. So a borderline and narcissist will share some traits, okay? And not everyone is exactly the same. You need 5 out of 9 to be a borderline. You need 5 out of 9 to be narcissist, and all 9 are totally different. But not all have the same, if that makes sense. Some very, very common differences are the emotional dysregulation. Can't regulate emotions. That doesn't mean narcissists regulate their emotions. They might have problems in that area too. Okay? Another major difference between borderline and narcissist is the absolute fear of abandonment. Borderlines are ruled by fear of abandonment. It doesn't mean that some narcissists out there don't have fear of abandonment too. One common thing I see is people say one thing, one incident, one experience, one trait, and say, what are they? You can't. You can't. It's too overlapping, and it doesn't matter, right? I could have fear of abandonment. Doesn't mean I'm a borderline. I could lack empathy. Doesn't mean I'm a narcissist. No. You have to have more. Okay? And you're going to have some borderlines that lack empathy, and you're going to have some narcissists with fear of abandonment. It's very difficult. But the best way to tell is to read the criteria. You just read the diagnostic criteria, and you start to understand major difference here. Okay? The borderline was traumatized in childhood, which halted their development, and they're a little child. The narcissist wasn't didn't get help to develop into a child, so they never developed, into an adult. So they never finished developing. They're still a child. Okay? Borderline trauma, you say narcissist neglect. Okay? Those are some major differences. But like I said, it could be opposite, it could be different. Borderlines have tendencies to be more psychotic. They're higher on the spectrum of or closer to psychosis. It doesn't mean a narcissist can't slip into psychosis as well. Borderlines are typically more delusional. Rewrite the narrative. It happened like this. No, it didn't. Narcissists can do that too. I made videos about this, Willa, and everybody else. I suggest find them and check them out. I made 2 back-to-back videos a couple months ago about the borderline and narcissist to really help you guys tell the difference. Narcissist is extreme, self-centered, and ego. So I'm way more important. My what I want is more important than what you want. What I need is more important. My opinion is more important. They're also very about appearance, or now I forgot the word. Status. That's a big difference between borderline and narcissist. Okay, can be. Is the narcissist is big on appearance and status, and they're the name droppers. They associate with people that are big on appearance and status. You know, I'm with this, I'm with that person, I'm with this company, I do this. Where the borderlines may not care that much. Okay? That's a major difference. I hope that helps. Thank you, Willa. Always. And Kim from North Carolina. Hello, Kim. Do all narcissists have the identical same behaviors? No. I am no contact for several months and in counseling. I'm seeing from the videos and noticing variables in the behaviors. His supplier is a totally sick narc because she stalks me, threatens and planning to hurt me, and I totally don't want him. She is a total floor rag, so she will do it. So your question is, do all narcissists have identical same behaviors? No. The reason it seems like this, guys, is because they're not fully developed into adults. Okay? They're emotional children. Emotional children are more rigid in who they are, right? So personality disorder means rigid in who they are. Don't change, don't flex. So you have all these people that are just rigid, right? And they're also not fully developed adults. So even though personalities are so different, right? They have less criteria. People say it's so hard to understand them. It should be easier. Simplify them more. Bring them down to a child. Okay? I hope that helps. Thank you, Kimberly. I'm sorry from where you're at. I'm sorry for where you're at and what you're experiencing. Sounds pretty sad. I hope you're done with this person and away from this person. Please seek help if you're not. Okay? I don't know how else to help you with this. I couldn't understand the rest of it, but keep asking me more if you have more to this question, Kim, or if I didn't answer it fully or if I misunderstood it. Ask me again, okay, please? Thank you. Do they have identical same behaviors? Not exactly. There's a criteria to be a narcissist, to have the personality disorder, and there's 9 diagnostic traits. They have to have 5. So they can be a little different, okay? They also have overlapping traits. They might be a little borderline. They might be a little sociopathic, histrionic, okay? So they're not exactly the same, but very close, very close. We always say, oh, they went to the same school, read the same book, right? Study from this. They all have the same manual in their hands, right? And that's just their rigidity. They don't change, and they're like children. They aren't as multifaceted as healthy, normal people, okay? I hope that answers your question, Kim. Please tell me if it doesn't. And that is it for all this week's question and answer videos. Thank you very much for all the support you guys give me, for all the beautiful questions that you ask, and all the nice things you say to me. Thank you very, very much. I love doing this so much, and I look forward to it just as much as you guys do. Thank you so much. If you can, please support me. Subscribe to the channel. Vote up or down. Comment down below. Tell us your locations, all right? And share this to places. Give it to people you think that get help from it. And you can put it in a playlist on your channel if you think that helps. Thank you. Love yourself first. Anybody who needs coaching, daviddemars.com. Okay? Thank you, guys. I'll see you next week. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Bye.